Hi, welcome back to Threads of Time, my little place on the internet where I talk about all of my crafty endeavours. My name is Zephania. You can find me on Instagram as Zephania. I'll add it somewhere on the screen. I have no finished objects again, so we'll just go straight into what I've been working on. I do have a cast on that is going to be a frog, so we'll talk about that. So I have this delicious Tandy 4-ply. I have 3 skeins of it, and I also have some of the same colour in the DK weight. So I was like, I'm gonna make a cardigan and skirt, and so I decided to start the skirt, and here is what I've got. So this is pretty much all I've been working on, I guess, since the last video. But I have worked on some other things, but mostly this in the last week and a half, I'm guessing. But I am going to run out before, so this is all that's left, before I can finish it. So I'm going to start it again and change the pattern slightly. So a lot of vintage skirt patterns, you start from the bottom and go up. This one has you cast on like 400 stitches for my size and then slowly decrease, so it's like a A-line-ish shape. But I'm not going to have enough yarn, so my plan is to go from the top down. So I'm going to cast on the amount for the waist, do the rapid increasing that it has you do for the hips, and then based on my gauge I'm going to keep the stitch count at about 308 stitches, which will give me 44-ish circumference, which is less than this. So I'm just going to make a more, see if I can hold it up like that, a more pencil shape than an A-line shape, and I think I'll have enough to get the length I like. So hopefully second time round it goes okay. I don't mind that I'm ripping it out because I like knitting. I like having a project that is just plain stockinette. It doesn't even have to be in the round, although this one is. Just plain stockinette because I find it very easy to watch TV, knit in the car, and because the decreases happen every 2 inches, it's like you only have to think about doing something every now and again. So that's that. I really love Tandy wool. So I don't know, it's so soft, but not soft in the superwash merino way. It's kind of like, it's got a little bit of teeth but not a lot, and so yeah, it has this really lovely like halo, and yeah, so that's that. I did start swatching for the cardigan pattern I picked out, which is, it's in stockinette, but it's like a slip, one knit, one slip, one purl, one pattern, so it's quite dense. It's very interesting. Don't know if I'm going to use that one now because I don't know, but I like the shape and it's got a bit of a V line. Oh, I should mention what I'm wearing. So because it's the holidays, put on my sparkly robe. This is from the Nylon Swish, which is an Australian company. She does a whole bunch of colours of these. So yeah, it's got little rhinestone buttons. It's very sparkly. I love it. The other thing I've been working on, which I forgot to mention in the last video, is Josh's Marash pullover by Martin Story. This is one sleeve, so I think I was like in the first straps last time I showed it. And I think it is almost at, I should show it the right way around. It's almost at the point where you do the shaping, but I want to test out the length on my partner, although I could probably do it with the jumper that he already owns, because it's specific to the striping where you start shaping, so I don't know how that's going to work, but yeah, it's that. I kind of wanted to get it done for the end of the year, but I don't think I will. I don't know, maybe I'll work on it some more. I'm feeling a bit knitting stuck. I feel like my mojo has been very up and down. And the other one I've been working on, which is the beauty school, which I showed in my last episode. Okay, beauty school pullover. I've hit a few snags. So I'm just finishing up the hemline, which I think I had already done, or did just after I finished that last video, but I ripped it out because I'd done 2x2 rib and not 1x1 rib. And yeah, so it's pretty much at cast off, but I want to do a sewn cast off because I think it will look really neat. And I need to do the fold over and sew down in the neck, and then I only have one ball left, which this sleeve used a whole ball, and it is not long enough. So I'm going to have another 3/4 sleeve jumper. But I don't mind because my intention was to have something that I'd be able to wear casually rather than worrying about it a lot. And I tried it on and I really like the length. It's just past that cropped look. Well, compared to my other one, it is less cropped. So you'll be able to tuck it in a little bit to jeans or wear it over the top and it still have a bit of a cropped look but cover the top of the jeans. Because I hate when you have a perfectly cropped jumper and then you raise your arms and you get all the bare skin or whatever you're wearing underneath. So I want this to be a little bit longer so that I don't have to worry about the rise of whatever I'm wearing with it. So yeah, I think after I finish this video I'm going to do the sewn bind off on this and sew down the neckband and do all those little bits. And then another project which hasn't moved but I will talk about it anyway is my shawl for my friend, which, there we go. It's at the last panel and I was searching for a wool that I would be happy with, so I got this kind of dark tealy blue, which my friend really liked. I actually visited her, so I took this along with me so she could try it on. She's very pleased, so I'm very happy about that. Yeah, this is the the Moraine Shawl. I'll add a link, a picture and all that jazz. Yeah, so I just have the lace pattern to do for that. So I just need to get in the mental space to just do one repeat, because usually once one repeat is done, my brain kind of has memorized it. And because it's actually charted and written in the pattern instructions, which I might end up reading written because I don't know. One thing that slows me down about charts is that I have to learn the symbols. Sorry, just gonna get a drink. Learning the symbols is the part that I get annoyed at. So, yeah. It's pretty much all I've been working on. As you can see, red is kind of a theme for me, but I want to move it away from that. I haven't had any yarn acquisitions recently. I think I've just been, well, I did buy this. I did. They had no 4-ply left, which is why I decided to go with an 8-ply cardigan pattern. So I did buy this recently and get it in the mail. But apart from this, I haven't had any stash acquisitions. I really would like to buy some cone yarn from, I believe it's Woolly Knit, and it's yarn to cone. So I've had that in my cart. I think the shipping will be expensive, but I think the overall cost would still be less than, say, buying a whole heap of this delicious yarn. I love Tandy yarn. I think, well, I haven't tried every Australian yarn, but it is my favourite. If we don't think about price, this is my favourite, since obviously Bendigo Woolen Mills is extremely affordable. But I do have to say, I wish they did a non-superwash. I think I would love it more if they did that. Anyway, so yeah, they're all the things I've been working on. I put up the Christmas tree and this little one here, which is from when I used to live in a tiny apartment. Hang on, I'll bring it down and show you. It's just this year I just put some, I had a glitter wreath. I don't think you can, yeah, it's a glitter wreath that lights up and some string lights. And then our big Christmas tree just is decorated the same as last year, although I did look at getting other Christmas decorations. I just didn't. Now would be a good time because when I got this tree, I bought, this is a tangent, I bought wooden baubles, which I think I wish I'd bought more of because I can't find them. And they're just like a plain wood with like little stars. And I mean, now would be a good time because I try and keep my theme to be kind of like white natural colours. And it's a bit trendy at the moment. But yeah, my aim for my Christmas tree is I just buy a couple of new things every year and try and just stay within the same kind of colour family. I did think about adding more red to it this year, but I just left it as is. I do have 2 new baubles because my partner's mum gave us ones that are themed to us. Actually, I'll show them. They're very cute. So, I have my partner. He's like a little welder. is got me with knitting on it, which I thought was adorable. So they're new to the tree, and they're porcelain. So yeah. Let me know what you're working on down below, if there's anything that hasn't worked out, and any tips on how you start feeling in the mood for knitting again after something has not worked out. So I feel like I've hit a snag with a lot of my personal projects, like projects I'm knitting for other people. Happy as can be. Projects I've knitted for myself recently, not happy. Not happy at all. So yeah, let me know what you guys do, if it's just the knitting perfectionist coming out in me, and yeah, any tips on how to prevent that. Anyway, if you've gotten this far, please give me a like and subscribe and all that jazz, and I hope you're enjoying the festive season, and thanks for watching. Bye.